How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the Kneady Homesteader channel. And today I am in my kitchen answering an email from one of you, from Sue. Miss Sue, thanks for emailing me. She had a question about my Kitchenaid hand mixer, the Immersion blender is what it's called. I have an older one from Oster. It was given to me by one of you as a gift, and this served me for a really long time. I think I overheated it and it stopped working, but I think it's working now. It's working now, so I think I just overheated it. The issue that I have with this one that I never had before our accident was the buttons. So it's a little hard for me. I don't have a working thumb. So even though in therapy I'm able to get it to function, things like this are pretty difficult for me. So it has an internal button that makes it hard for me to press. And when I do press it and I hold on to it, I overheat it. So she wanted to know here. I will read you her email. It says, "Good morning, Heather. Hope you and your family are doing well. We are, Sue. Thank you. I know you have had your Immersion blender for a while now, and I wanted to see how you liked it. I know the one that was on your Amazon list is a variable speed one. This is, and that's what this is. It's a Kitchenaid variable speed. But Kitchenaid also makes a 2-speed version. They also make a cordless version too. Just so you know, if you tend to use yours a lot and need something cordless. Just wondering if there was a difference in the way that you use them, that you would want one over the other. I do occasionally have some weakness in my hands, and I wonder about holding the variable speed. Although I think this one might be easier to pulse. Looking forward to your review." So, Sue, thank you so much for your email, and I thought it would probably be just easier for me to turn on the camera. I'm going to spin you around. I'm going to show you the difference. Now, I don't have the 2-speed Kitchenaid, but I do have the 2-speed in the Oster. So I will show you the difference in the buttons, and it's one of the reasons why I chose the Kitchenaid one, because it does have a button that's just easier for my bum thumb, I call it my bum thumb, to use. But I will show you the difference right now, so I'm gonna shut up and spin you around. So I have you on my counter. In fact, I think I might spin you around this way because the lighting might be a little bit better this way. Okay, so the 2-speed for me on the Oster, again, I don't have the 2-speed Kitchenaid, but it's going to be kind of the same. So you've got this, and then you've got a lower pulse here. So this one spins it just a little lower, this one a little faster. So, but the problem, like I said, the problem that I have with this is that I've really got to push it and hold it in with my thumb joint. And this I think is on its last leg because she even sounds rough now. But I have had her for like, oh, I want to say maybe 7 years. And she's worked wonders for me, so I can't complain. I got a lot of use out of her. She is heating up though. So that's the 2-speed. So there's a low function, and then there's a higher function. Now on the variable speed, which is what I really like, there's a couple of things about the Kitchenaid that I really liked. One was the trigger. It is more of a button, so it's just easier for my thumb or my finger, but really I use my thumb. Also, they have, and I think it's patented, but they have this safety guard that goes over it. The issue that I had with this one was when you are blending something, like I use this a lot for making jam, it will suction to the bottom. and it'll pull your immersion blender down. Whereas this one, when you put the guard on, which is easy just to snap on just like that, it prevents that suction from happening. So you can get right down to the bottom of your pot and use it without it being suction cupped to the bottom. And if anybody's ever used an immersion blender, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now this one, like I said, it does come in a cordless option. I didn't really need that. Everywhere in my house I've got tons of plugs, so it wasn't a big deal, because it does add a bit more to the price tag. I want to say at the time I bought this one, it was like an extra $40, $50 to get the cordless. For me, it wasn't worth it, but for you it might be, especially if you use this a lot. Now, with the variable speed, you'll notice that there's only one button. So it is all in your trigger on how high this works. So if you want to run it low, it's going to all depend on how much pressure you put on that button versus pressing it down. Can you hear that? Now I like that. I like having more than just a high or low option. I like to be able to start low and then kick it up if I need to, and I'm not moving my hands. Again, my hands are my weak spots, right? That's where I have all of my hardware, and I don't have the grip that I once had. So keeping this a simpler option for me, where I'm just kind of controlling it all with one button, I like that a lot. So that would be the difference that I would tell you between the like a 2-speed model versus a variable speed. If you want to be able to do something more than just a high-low, and you want to be able to take it low, maybe take it medium, immersion, something fast. I mean, I like those options. I like being able to pick and choose. I have to puree, like I puree even my soups. I've been getting these, I'll share this because I know so many of you watch me now because you guys are getting dental work done too. Many of you are also getting implants. Like this has been like my favorite go-to. It's the autumn squash soup. I get this at Meijer or at Walmart. The problem with this is it's got chunks of squash that I cannot chew. So I immersion blend this in the pot. Every time I go to warm it up, I put it in the pot. I hit it with the immersion blender. I'm able to get out all the chunks. Same with the broccoli and cheddar soup. I like that too, but I can't eat the chunks of broccoli. So I am able to just hit it with my immersion blender now with the guard on it, and nothing gets sucked. It doesn't get sucked to the bottom. It just makes it so easy. I had never owned an immersion blender before. One of you, I don't want to say her name just in case she doesn't want her name out there. But before I was gifted this, and I didn't realize like how much I would use it and how much I would love it. Yes, could I put this in my Vitamix and blend it up? I could. But this is just so much easier. It's so much easier when I'm canning tomatoes, when I'm making, like I said, jams, jellies, anything that I want to immersion blend down if I'm doing fruit. It's just this has been, especially since my dental work, this has been my best friend, and I love having it. So Sue, I hope this answered your question. The differences between the variable. I love this one. I will leave a link to it down below. I'll try to find the other model too, the 2-speed as well as the cordless for you guys. If anyone else is out there in the market for an immersion blender, I am loving this one. I really love the guard. When I saw that this was a feature that they had, this is why I chose this model over others. Plus, I am kind of a KitchenAid fan. I have a lot of KitchenAid appliances around my house, around my kitchen, and I love them. I've had no issues with them. So anyway, I'll leave the links down below. I think this one is the Contour Silver one. I just kind of keep it simple so that it matches anything that I have in my kitchen. But I hope that answered your question. I don't think you could go wrong with any of them. Not having one would be an issue for me, but I think any one that you have that you have on hand that you can use in a moment's notice is just so handy to have. So if you've never owned an immersion blender, it might be something you want to look into, because I didn't realize like how often I would use it until I had one. So I hope that answered your question. If you guys have any other questions for me, leave them down below. I've been thinking about doing like some question answer videos. You can always email me. My email is down below. You can always snail mail me. My P.O. box is down below. So yeah, I'm always here to help as much as I can. So all right, God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, mwah, bye.